Dear children, in the chapter 1, India's size and location, you all have studied about details of size and location of India. It means like how the earth is divided into two different types of hemisphere due to the latitude and the longitudes. You know that the longest latitude, that is the equator. Equator is dividing the earth into northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Whereas the prime meridian, that is the 0° longitude, is dividing the earth into two different hemispheres, and they are the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. Accordingly, now you are very well aware that India is fully located in the northeastern hemisphere. So we are purely above the equator, and not only that, we are on the eastern hemisphere, that means to the right side of the prime meridian. Now these meridians and latitudes, that is longitudes and latitudes, they are not only useful for locating a particular place on the map, but out of these, the longitudes are also very much helpful to decide the time all over the world. Today we will see the relationship between the longitudes and the time, and accordingly there are various time zones also which we will be studying soon. So let us begin with our presentation. We all are aware that earth is having two types of movement. It is called as rotation and revolution. Rotation is around itself. Here you will see an axis is made and the arrow is showing that how the earth is moving around itself. You should always know and learn that earth moves from west to east. This is we have considered for our sakes, so that we can know that eastern hemisphere, that is eastern side, comes in front of the sun first, and then comes the western side. So the earth always moves from west to east. Hence, eastern side has sunrise earlier as compared to the western side, and eastern side time wise also it is ahead than the western. There is another movement, that is revolution. Revolution, that is around the sun. We will be studying revolution in our next class. This session we will be studying about the rotation and its effect also. I have attached a video along with this which will show you how the earth rotates. So when the earth is rotating around itself, it brings day and night. Obviously, the part of the earth which is in front of the sun will be experiencing day, and the another part will be experiencing night. One more thing to notice in this particular figure. You will see that earth is not straight. Earth is tilted. So it rotates around its axis which is not straight, which is basically a tilt. And accordingly we find that the earth's rotation take place in this particular manner. Now the human being, they have divided or they have made imaginary lines on the earth's surface so that we can have the location of any particular place at a proper place. Along with that, we also have made longitudes. Now when the earth is rotating, you will see that these are all the longitudinal divisions which are made. Here something more about the longitude which is given. First of all, yes, they are also known as meridians. Hence, we call the 0 degree longitude as the prime meridian. Longitudes, they always run from north to south direction, as it is shown over here, from North Pole to the South Pole. Major distance east or west, the prime meridian. So that means, like, yes, it will be going from the north to south. It is meeting the equator, of course. Every meridian meets at the equator, and then they form a right angle also over there. They all are equal in their length, and yes, they are not the full circles, they are the half circle. So every half circle is named as one particular meridian. Do you remember how many meridians or how many longitudes we have made on the earth's surface? Yes, they were 360. So when the earth is rotating, these all 360 longitudes, they come in front of the sun every day. So within 24 hours, every longitude is in front of the sun. And as you all are aware that one rotation, that means day and the night complete, they take 24 hours. So now we have two figures with us. Number 1, there are 360 longitudes, and number 2, that Earth, in order to complete one rotation around itself, takes 24 hours. That means for 360 longitudes, Earth takes 24 hours. So we can take it as the speed also, that this is the speed by which the Earth rotates, that all the 360 longitudes Earth completes within 24 hours. Let's go into more detail. Longitudes on the globe are total 360. Time taken by the Earth to complete one rotation, that is 360 longitudes, that is 24 hours. Let's convert these hours into minutes. So 24 hour into 60, because 60 minutes make 1 hour. So how many minutes Earth is taking to complete one rotation? 1440 minutes. Let us bring it down. If 360 longitudes are taking 1440 minutes, then how much time one longitude will be taken? That means from one longitude to another longitude, if the Earth has to pass, how much time Earth will take? So 1440 divided by 360, I get 4 minutes. So yes, it means from 0 degree prime meridian, if I start, let us take here a blank figure of the longitude is there. Let us take the central one. If it is 0, then the next line, which will be number 1, the next line, which will be number 2, it will be taking 4 minutes. So if I am standing in Greenwich on the prime meridian, the number 1 longitude will come to me after 4 minutes. And likewise, the next longitude will come to me another 4 minutes. Likewise, if I stand there for whole day, after every 4 minutes, every longitude will pass from me, and that will be one complete rotation. So it means Earth takes 4 minutes to cross one longitude. So here you have one longitude, 4 minutes. Now let's go further. Here you have another figure which is showing a 0 degree prime meridian. They have not shown the 1 degree meridian, but they have directly shown 15 degree meridian. Obviously on the eastern side 15, 30, 40, 60, likewise till 180, and it will be same on the western side 15, 30, 60, 45, 60, 75, likewise 180. Right hand side will be the eastern hemisphere, left hand side will be the western hemisphere. To be more specific, here you have 180 longitudes on the eastern, 180 longitudes on the western. Now the purpose to show this is that Earth moves from west to east. It means eastern side longitude will come in front of the sun earlier. That means 180 degree east longitude will be coming first. After that you will have the decrease, and then 15 degree east longitude will be the last, and then you will have 0. Towards the western side, from 0 to 15 they will be back. That means western side will be back side. It will not be ahead in time. Eastern side will be ahead in time, western side will be behind. Now from whom ahead and from whom behind? So that means you have the standard time, Greenwich time. Whatever is the Greenwich time, so the eastern hemisphere timing will be ahead of that. And whatever is the western hemisphere, these longitudes will have the time behind. So eastern hemisphere is ahead of Greenwich, whereas the western hemisphere is behind in the timing. In order to understand much better, as we are located in eastern hemisphere, India is ahead from Greenwich timing, whereas USA is behind because it is located in the western hemisphere. How much behind and how much ahead, we will see that. We have studied for one longitude Earth takes 4 minutes. The figure here which is made, it is showing directly the 15 number longitude. After that again 15, that means 30. Again they have added 15, that is 45. 15 plus 60, again 60 plus 15, 75. Likewise, with a gap of 15, 15, 15 longitude, they have made the lines. It means on the globe, we are not able to see all the 360 longitudes. They show us only these longitudes. Now, why these longitudes only? If one is taking 4 minutes, obviously 15 longitudes will take how much time? So 15 into 4 is equal to 60 minutes, and 60 minutes make 1 hour. It means to cover 15 longitudes you will take 1 hour. To cover 30 longitudes it will be 2 hours. To cover 45 longitudes it is 3 hours. Everything we should remember this. We are counting from prime meridian. So 0 to 15 in the eastern hemisphere 1 hour. 0 to 30 in the eastern hemisphere it is another 2 hours. If I go in the western hemisphere, 0 to 15 again 1 hour. 0 to 30 another 1 hour. 0 to 45 another 1 hour. Likewise 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours it will be. Now what I said, ahead and behind. Let us consider 0 to 15 east. Suppose at the 0 degree meridian, if it is 8 am morning. So in the eastern hemisphere at 15 degree meridian, it will be what? So from 0 degree to 15 degree east, it is 1 hour ahead. That means at 15 degree east longitude it will be 9 am, whereas at 30 degree east longitude it will be 10 am. 45 degree east longitude it will be 11 am. So likewise from Greenwich the eastern hemisphere longitudes are ahead by 1 hour. Talking about western hemisphere. Western hemisphere 0 to 15. Suppose as we have taken it is 8 am in the morning in Greenwich, London. if it is 15-degree western hemisphere and western meridian, so this is behind, so 1 hour behind. So if it is 8 am in the Greenwich, on the 15-degree west longitude it will be 7 am. On the 30-degree west longitude it will be the 6 am. And likewise it will be 5 am, it will be 4 am. So do you understand now that eastern hemisphere is ahead and western hemisphere is behind? How much ahead and how much behind? That will be told to us by these zones, time zones. Time zone, that is a zone which is taking 1 hour gap. Like 0 to 15, one zone, 15 to 30, another zone, 30 to 45, you have another zone. Obviously, if these zones are of 1 hour, then on the complete globe, how many zones might be there? Obviously, 24 time zones. So, on the globe, we do not show all the 360 longitudes. We show only 24 time zones. Each time zone consists of 15 longitudes and each time zone takes 1 hour. Now this is a technical division, but when the actual division goes, here they define a time zone is a region basically of the globe which observe uniform standard time, and this time we use for legal, commercial and social purposes such as maybe like train timings, international flights, likewise. Time zone, generally they follow the boundaries of the country. Like this we will be studying. This is only just an extra information I am giving you, that one time zone. Likewise you have the 24 time zones are there. You will find that there are these darkened countries or the colored countries which is having one particular time zone. Like suppose in India, even though we are having more than 15 longitudes, but we are following one type of time zone. So these time zones generally they do not respect, of course, the longitudinal lines. It means, like again coming back to this, time zones they tend to follow the boundaries of the countries and their subdivisions instead of strictly following longitude, because it is convenient for areas in close commercial or other communication to keep the same time. Let us talk about this more. Like for example, you will see India is situated between two time zones in the boxes, but it is given the same color. Same color, it means it has one time zone. Now why it is done so? If we follow two different time zones, the timings of India will differ and that will cause the confusion. So hence time zones they do not actually follow the lines exactly, they follow the country's boundary. We have another country above us, of course, like here they have given E, F, G and I and all. This is Russia, very big country basically horizontally. Now in Russia they cannot follow one time zone definitely, because it is a very long country. So in that case they have made different time zones in that particular country. We decide the time zone according to the number of longitudes each country is covering. It cannot be too long, otherwise the time gap will be a lot. Now for you the most important thing is this, that you should know that each longitude they take 4 minutes. Likewise 360 longitudes they take 24 hours. And this is how these longitudinal timings and all we keep in mind while deciding the time. This is of course the various time zones which are followed and all, and this is how we have the international date lines and all. Of course these are all the extra information. Here you have various time zones are there, and you will find here the lines are not given straight. Why they are not straight? Because these lines are basically covering one particular country, and accordingly they cover the distance and they cover the time also. At the end of this particular session, you have studied mainly which you require to understand the base of the further session definitely is that 1 longitude takes 4 minutes, 360 takes 24. Likewise, with this calculation, then we will see regarding India's timings and India's time zones. Thank you.